Hello there. Welcome to my channel. This video, we want to look at a past question paper that is a match test, and we are going to look at a question 5 on that question paper that is on general questions. So we are going to go through the general questions that we have, and it's 5.1 reads state laptops. So basically, we between our desktops and laptops. So you would see that we have those differences articulated in our answer section. So you see that the first difference that we have is that desktops are bulky while laptops are light. Remember, in general, desktops are heavy as compared to laptops. So that's the first difference that we have. The second difference is that desktops are fixed and laptops are movable or portable. Remember, you cannot easily move desktops from one point to the other, while laptops can be easily moved from one point to the other. So this becomes the second difference. So on the last difference, desktops must have constant connection to power supply, while laptops use a battery. So this becomes the third difference that we have. So if you go back to our question, you would see that our question requires two structural differences. So we are just supposed to come up with two differences. On the second question that we have, it reads, describe briefly how an instruction is processed by the CPU and why this process gets faster when RAM is increased. So basically, that's what we have. And the aspect or the essence that we have in terms of RAM being increased is it's on the basis of the memory of the RAM. If the memory of the RAM is increased, how is it going to be an advantage or a strength in terms of processing? So basically, that's what we have. So if we go to other section again, we have that articulated again. That is our 5.2. So 5.2 reads, the CPU can only process an instruction when it comes from RAM. So you see that CPU processes instructions that are coming from the RAM. So basically, the position that we have of RAM is a direct effect on the CPU. So basically, that's what we have. So next, and then our explanation continues and says more instructions can pass from the RAM to CPU. Otherwise, the instruction has to be converted from magnetic memory, and this takes time. So if you try to go back to our question, it requires us to describe briefly how instruction is processed. So we have seen how it is processed, as we are saying. We have an instruction being converted from magnetic memory, and this takes time. So the issue of conversion that is being explained there is describing that part. So basically, that's what we have. And then if we look there again on the first part, so on the first part, we are saying the position of the RAM, obviously, when it is increased, we are saying when the RAM is increased, it's going to have a direct effect. That's the positive effect that is going to be in terms of the CPU. As we are saying, the CPU can only process an instruction when it comes from the RAM. So when the RAM is increased, also it is also going to enhance the processing in the CPU. So basically, that's what we have. We move on to the next part of our question, which is saying a defect system. What type of software is this? And second question, on the first part, we are trying to explain. So we'll try to go again to our answer section and try to see what explanation do we have in terms of this defect. So you see that it is used to find all files that belong to the same category and move them to a single sector or close by any disk. So that's what it is used to. So if you go back there, you see that the first question is saying, what type of software is this and what does it do? So we have that explained in terms of the first part, whereby it's saying it is used to find all files belongs to the same category and move them to a single sector or close by any disk. So the next sentence says this makes finding them very easy. Thus, your computer gets faster access time for files, improving the speed of the computer. So basically, that's the explanation that we are having there. On our next question, use 5.4 reads, list two differences between RAM and secondary storage differences. So going to our answer section, you would see that we can present that in the form of a table, whereby we are saying 5 points. This is now our 5 points 4. So we are saying 5.4, and we can present it in the form of a table. whereby we are saying we have a column for RAM, secondary secondary storage. So we are saying the first difference that we can put down in terms of the difference that we have between RAM and secondary storage is that RAM is electric, whereby when we refer to secondary storage, we are saying it's magnetic. So that's the first difference that we can just try to bring there. The number of questions is only two differences, so we can just try to come up with the second difference, whereby now we are saying at the RAM also, if you look at the level of being expensive, I will see that RAM is expensive. And then also when we refer to a secondary storage, you see that it is a bit cheaper, so say cheaper. So this is what we have. So we can also add the third difference. And remember, question only requires two, but we can come up with the third difference that we can try to bring there, whereby we are saying the RAM is internal, whereby secondary storage is external. So these are the differences that we can try to bring between RAM and secondary storage. So we go to the next part of our question, which is saying explain the difference between cut and paste and copy and paste when working with documents. So basically, the difference that is there is always as we are saying when we are cutting cut and paste, we are saying the documents or the item that we try to copy is going to be selected and then removed from the clipboard. So let's just try to bring them down. As we are saying, copy and paste is when a copy of the selected text, or be it a selected text, is stored on the clipboard and then copied onto another location. So there is more than one occurrence of the item in the document. So basically, when you're copying and pasting, it means the document, the item that we are copying is going to remain there from the location that you are copying it from. And then when we paste it, we are going to see that we are going to have more than one occurrence of that item. In other words, we are now having two items of that item that we have copied, which is now different from cut and paste. As we are saying, cut and paste means that item selected is removed from where it appears in the document and pasted in a completely new area. There is no copy of the item made. So we are saying what you when you are cutting, you are removing it from where you are taking it, and then we are going to see that we are only going to have one occurrence of that item at after the end of the process. So basically, that's what we have in terms of copy and paste and cut and paste. So from there, we can try to go to the next part, which is 5.6, and this lists two unique characteristics of a smartphone that makes it different from a computer. So we need to come up with the characteristics of a smartphone that makes it different from a computer. So one clear difference is that a smartphone is much smaller than a computer. Obviously, that is a clear difference that we know. But a smartphone is much smaller than a computer. And then if you check out the second difference that we can try to bring, you see that the processor of a smartphone is less powerful. So we can just bring it down as it is a less powerful processor. So going on, we can also try to bring another difference that the secondary storage of a smartphone is smaller. So we are saying smaller. We can just try to bring it as smaller. Smaller secondary storage. So this becomes the last difference that we can try to bring. If you go back to our question, you see that the question requires two unique characteristics that we have. So the characteristics that makes the smartphone different from a computer. So basically, that's what we have. We go to the next part of our question, which is going to be of 5.7. It is saying explain the terms download, install, and formats. So we can start with the part of download. we can try to explain that. So the downloading, we can just say this is now our 5.7. This becomes our 5.7, 5.7.1, and we want to explain. So we're just giving a brief description. Download. So you'd see that to download is basically to extract a document from the internet and place it into the hard drive or onto the hard drive of a device. So basically, that's the description that we have in terms of downloading. That is to extract a document. Okay, I just going to try to correct here. Whereby we are saying to extract a document from the net and place it onto the hard drive of a device, obviously. So obviously that's what we have, and then we try to move on to the next one that we want to describe. You can just refer back. You'll see that the next one is to install. So install basically is to be able to unpack the downloaded file and make it executable on the computer. So basically, after downloading, you are also supposed to install. That is basically to unpack the downloaded file. So basically, that's what we have. So we can just try to put it in writing by saying to be able to unpack the downloaded file and make it executable on the computer. So basically, that's what we have in terms of downloading. But basically, we also have a third part that we want to describe that is CMOS. Obviously, we also want to try to describe the CMOS, but basically, the CMOS main purpose. You would see that the main purpose of CMOS is in computers is to store important system settings and configurations such as date and time. Also, we can also talk about boot order and also hardware settings. So basically, that's what we have in terms of the CMOS. So we can just try to bring it down on our answer section by saying this becomes your 5.7. 5.7, and this is, I will just try to refer back to this is 5.7.3. The explanation that we have in terms of the CMOS is that it is a combination of hardware and software that is stored on ROM chips that ensure that the computer's configuration is correct. And we also see that it also supplies the clock with electricity to keep it running when the PC is switched off. So this is an explanation that we have in terms of CMOS. So we can try to go to the next part of the question. We're saying explain how a Blu-ray disc is different from a DVD. So obviously we need to come up with one difference, and that is there between a Blu-ray disc and a DVD. So we go to our other section and try to bring that down. As we are saying, this is our 5.8, 5.8. And we're saying the first difference is that it stores larger volume of data than DVD. Volume of data, which is that it is faster because of the blue laser. instead of the range of DVD. It is faster. So basically, the essence is that it is faster, and then the reason of it being faster is that it is faster because through laser rather than read of DVD. Basically, that's what we call 5.8, and try to move to the next one, which is now 5.9. So remember, 5.8, we only need one device. CPU is a very special type of memory called cache memory. So you would see that the cache memory, it is a type of data storage used to store frequently accessed information for faster response time. So basically, that's the cache memory. And then the cache on itself, we are saying it is a hardware or software that is used to store something, usually data temporarily in a computing environment. That's the explanation in terms of the cache. So when it becomes a cache memory, we are saying it is a type of data storage used to store frequently accessed information for faster response time. So basically, that's what we have in terms of explanations. But our question as is, the CPU is a very special type of memory called cache memory. Then on the first part A, what is the memory made up of, and how does it help the CPU? So that's the explanation that we are going to just give other section. So we're saying 5.9A. So we have 5.9A, and we are looking at A. So you will see that it is made up of the SRAM, which is the static random access memory. So we can just maybe start with that point, that it is made up of SRAM, and we are saying it stands for static random access memory. So it stores the most frequently processed instructions. The most frequently processed instructions. So there is no need to keep on retrieving from RAM. That's processing gets faster. So that's the essence. So there is no need to keep on retrieving from RAM. And as processing gets faster, so that's what we have in terms of 5.9A, which requires us to explain what is this memory made up of, that is of the cache memory, and how does it help the CPU. So that's the question that we have. Second part, we are saying explain what is L1 and L2 cache memory. So you see that L1 is found inside the CPU, while L2 is found outside the CPU, between the CPU and the RAM. So basically, that's exactly what we are going to present other section, whereby we are saying 5.9, and this one is part B, whereby we are saying L1 is found inside the CPU, whereby we are saying L2 is found outside. Found outside the CPU, between CPU and RAM. So that's what we have our 8.9B. And try to go to the next part of our question, which is C. Why is cache memory so small compared to normal RAM? So you see that it's because the CPU is small. And that's why the memory is small. It's because the CPU is small, and you cannot store a lot of cache, since it is constructed since it is constructed from SRAM, and it is bulky. So basically, that's the reason that you can just give on a C. That is why is cache memory so small compared to a normal RAM. It's because the CPU is small. So that's the basic reason that we can give them. So we go to 5.10, which says explain in your own words what you understand by the term green computing, and then we go to digital divide. So you're going to see that green computing, it is when computers are designed in such a way that it does not have a negative impact on the environment. So that's green computing. We are saying It is when computers are designed in such a way that it does not have a negative impact on the environment. That's a green computing. Then we look at digital divide. We are saying if the technological gap that exists between the heavies and the have-nots, while some people in the world have extremely advanced technologies, even in the poorest of areas, there are some people we have no technology available at all. So those are the explanations that we are using. That is green computing and digital divide. That this is our explanation that we have in terms of digital divide, whereby we're saying it is the technological gap that exists between the heavies and have noticed, while some people in the world have extremely advanced technologies, even in the poorest of areas, there are some people who have no technology available at all. So basically, that's what we have, and this become the last part of our question according to this video. So thank you for listening. Hopefully the video was helpful, and please let's not forget to subscribe and share to our channel. And let's not forget to share the link to our colleagues who are doing grade 10 IT. Remember, multiple examination questions will be uploaded in this channel. So let's stay tuned. Let's get notified by subscribing and turning on the notification button so that when there are new uploads, we get notified. And let's meet again in the next video. As for this video, I'm out.